Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Composite PU College, Bijapur. I'm Rahul, chemistry faculty, and today in this video, I'm just extending the solution topic. The term is here normality. This is the one of the term used to express the concentration of a solution, and normality can be indicated by capital N. Now let's understand that how the normality is defined. We can define the normality with the ratio. It is given by the number of gram equivalents. The new terms you got: number of gram equivalents of solute that whole divided by, we have to divide the entire term with the volume of solution, and that volume of solution should be measured in liters. That should be in the liters. If assume that the volume is given in the mLs or cm cube, in that case we can define the same thing like n equals to normality equals to number of gram equivalents of solute, the whole divided by the volume of solution in cm cube or in the ml. In that case, here is a liter and here is a ml is there, or cm cube is there. In that case, you have to multiply with 1000 here. Okay. Now you may get a question that what is the meaning of here gram equivalent weight or mass of a solute? We can define the gram equivalent or gram equivalent mass of solute like gram equivalent mass of solute. We can give it like equals to mass of solute in grams, and that should entirely divided by the gram equivalent mass. Again, new term you got here, gram equivalent mass. Okay, so here you may get one more question that what is the meaning of gram equivalent mass? We'll discuss this first. Gram equivalent mass. And you should know that gram equivalent mass is different for different molecules. So we can calculate this for particularly element, acid, base, oxidizing agent, that reducing agent, even we can calculate gram equivalent mass for the salts. First we'll see that how to calculate the gram equivalent mass of element. The gram equivalent mass of element can be given as atomic mass, and that whole divided by, we get here valency. Let's take some examples and understand this. Example we'll take here, that is oxygen. The equivalent weight of the oxygen we have to calculate here. And for this, we have to know that what is the atomic mass of the oxygen. Let me write first gram equivalent weight or mass of oxygen equals to that atomic mass of the oxygen is 16 gram, right? And valency of the oxygen is 2. How it is 2? At least you remember any neutral molecule of oxygen, that particularly you can remember the water molecule. You can see that there are 2 bonds are formed by the oxygen. The valency is nothing but a combining capacity of an atom. The oxygen can combine with the 2 hydrogen atoms or any 2 atoms with that. Therefore, the valency of the oxygen is 2. Therefore, 16 divided by 2, we can get here, that is 8 gram. That is gram equivalent mass of the oxygen is 8 gram. The same thing we can calculate for the carbon also. For carbon we can write. Therefore, here let me write gram equivalent mass of carbon equals to, so atomic mass of the carbon is 12 grams, and whole divided by the valency of the carbon. Carbon can combine 4 atoms. It can form 4 bonds. Therefore, I'm going to write here 4. Valency of the carbon is 4. That's equal to 3 grams. Okay, 12 divided by 4 is 3 grams. Is the equivalent mass of the carbon. Okay, so like that we can list many examples here. let's see that what is the equivalent mass of an acid we can calculate. Equivalent mass of acid. To calculate the equivalent mass of acid, we should know the term called as a basicity. This term is important to understand the equivalent mass of the acids. So what is the basicity? The basicity is the number of replaceable hydrogen atoms present in one molecule of acid. Okay, basicity is the you can say is the number of replaceable hydrogen atoms hydrogen atoms present in an acid, or in the acid, I will write in the acid. We'll take some examples here. First, we'll form the equation, that is equivalent mass of an acid is given by, that is the molecular mass of acid, and that should be divided by basicity. We know the definition for the basicity right now, the basicity we have. So let's understand this concept with an example. Let me have here sulfuric acid. And the molecular formula for the sulfuric acid we can give here as it is H2SO4 sulfuric acid. The molecular mass of the sulfuric acid, equals to, there are two hydrogens are there, the mass of hydrogen, let's consider it is 1. It's not actually 1, it's 1.008. Let it be, let me take here 1. And sulfur mass is 32, and it is 1 atom is there. Plus there are, you can say that 4 oxygens are there, and mass of the oxygen is 16. And total we get here 98 gram per mole. This is the mass of sulfuric acid, or molecular mass of sulfuric acid. But you can notice that when H2SO4 dissolved in aqueous medium, or when react with anything, it will produce 2 H plus ions and forming here SO4 minus 2. Now in this case, in sulfuric acid, there are 2 replaceable hydrogen atoms are there. 2 replaceable hydrogen atoms, H atoms are present. Therefore, we can make a conclusion that the basicity of sulfuric acid is equal to 2. So let's go with the formula, that is the equivalent mass of an acid can be given as molecular mass of acid and divided by basicity. Therefore, what I will do that equivalent mass of H2SO4 can be given here as the molecular mass of sulfuric acid is 98 gram whole divided by replaceable hydrogen atoms are 2, and therefore we get here 49 is the equivalent mass of the, or 49 gram is the equivalent mass of the sulfuric acid. Let's take one more example with this of HCl. Example 2, a hydrochloric acid. That is HCl. The first thing, the molecular mass of the HCl is molecular mass. So here the H is 1, the 1 we have the mass, then Cl it is 35.45 there, let me take it as a 5, and there is only 1 atom is there, that we get here 36.5 gram per mole. Actually you get here 4.5, but let it be, for our convenience I just taking here 0.5. Okay, now what about the basicity? When HCl is dissolved in water, or when it react with anything, it will produce 1 H plus ion and Cl minus. There is only 1 H plus ion is there, which is given by the HCl. Therefore, only one replaceable H atom is present, H atom. And therefore, the basicity of HCl, hydrochloric acid can be given here as equals to 1. So therefore, the molecular mass we can calculate, that is molecular mass we calculated, that is 36.5. The even basicity we got, that the answer is 1. Therefore, gram equivalent mass of, or equivalent mass of mass of HCl can be calculated by molecular mass of HCl is 36.5 whole divided by 1, that is equal to 36.5. The same thing we can write for the acetic acid also. For example number 3, for acetic acid, that is CH3COOH. So when acetic acid is split, let me write first molecular mass. Molecular mass, there are 2 carbons are there, 2 into 12. There are 4 hydrogens are there, mass is 1. And there are total 2 oxygens are there, mass is 16. And that equals to, that is 24, 24 plus 32 and 4, 56 plus 4, that is 60 grams, 60 grams per mole. What about the basicity? The basicity of acetic acid equals to 1. Why? Because you know that when acetic acid is split, CH3COOH, it's a weak acid, and dissociate into partially, like CH3COO minus it will give, along with that it give H plus ions. So only one replaceable H atom. So therefore the basicity equals to 1 we can write. Now let's understand that how to calculate the gram equivalent mass of acetic acid. Gram equivalent mass of acetic acid, that is CH3COOH, that's equal to molecular mass is 60, replaceable hydrogens are 1, that is basicity 1, that's equal to 60 grams. Let's calculate the same thing we can apply for the bases. The equivalent mass of base can be given here as molecular mass of base whole divided by acidity. Okay, for the base you have to calculate the acidity. The molecular mass, you know that how to calculate, but what is acidity? We can define the acidity in simple words, that acidity is the number of OH minus, is the number of OH minus ions per molecule. For example, we can take here example for NaOH, the acidity equals to 1 because there is only one OH ion is there. For example, BaOH twice, the acidity in this case, hope you got it, that is 2 because 2 OH minus ions can be produced here. Now let's go for the next part, the equivalent mass of the salt. Equivalent mass of salt that can be calculated by molecular mass whole divided by, this is quite interesting, whole divided by total number of positive charge, positive charge, or you can, same thing you can calculate with the negative charge also. The same thing we can write here, molecular mass and whole divided by, we can, this time you have to consider the negative charge, total number of negative charge in the molecule. So in the molecule it is. We'll take an example here. Example, if I take here NaCl equivalent mass, that is equals to molecular mass the whole divided by the number of cations and anions produced. You can write here NaCl, let me write here NaCl, when it split it form here Na plus Cl minus. The total charge in this molecule is plus and total charge on this is minus 1. So therefore it is divided by 1. Let's see some more example. So barium chloride, BaCl2 equivalent mass, and that can be given here as BaCl2, students. Sorry for this. BaCl2, the molecular mass, the whole divided by here the how many positive and negative charges are there. On the barium we can write here plus 2 charges, and there are Cl minus 1 is there, but there are two Cls are there, like that we can write here. Barium, either you can write plus 2 or minus, both the negative charge or positive charge you can use, but the total charge, positive charge in the molecule is plus 2, total negative charge in the molecule is 2, therefore we get here divided by 2. Now let's take one more example, that is for Al2 bracket SO4 thrice 3 times. So for this molecular mass we have to write as it is, molecular mass of aluminum sulfate, the whole divided by, we have to write the number of positive or negative ions. When I split here, I get here 2 aluminum plus 3 ions and 3 SO4 minus 2 ions. The total positive charge here 2 into plus 3, that is 3 equals 6 we get, and total negative charge 3 into minus 2, that is 2 we have here, that is equal to 6 we get. Therefore 6 negative charge or 6 positive charge, either you can take positive or negative charge. This is how we can calculate the molecular mass, or sorry, that is equivalent mass of the salts. Okay, this is all about. In the next class I will discuss how to calculate the gram equivalent mass of oxidizing or reducing agent, that is for the particular redox reactions. Till that, thank you for watching, students.